Good afternoon and welcome to Heartland Youth Choir's 15th annual Meet the Composer Festival. My name is Mary Craven Bartimes and I'm the artistic director of the Heartland Youth Choir and hosting this fabulous event for another year in a row. We had the high school choirs performing last night, and today we have more elementary and middle school age singers here to share some beautiful pieces by Leanne Starkey, our resident composer for this weekend. Take a moment to silence your cell phones if you haven't already. We are recording this concert for each choir so they can have it in their archives, and so we want to make sure there's no extra noises in those recordings for them. We are so grateful to have had Leanne Starkey working with singers all day today. We did clinics in the morning where she got to work with choirs individually, share a little bit about her writing process of the songs, give them good technical feedback and just background on all of these beautiful pieces you're going to hear today. And it's just such a gift to be able to share with our young singers a live professional composer who does this for their living, a great educator and conductor as well, just to get to share that experience with them beyond their normal fabulous conductors who are working with them every single week. And it also gives them a great chance to explore singing with a lot of different choirs. We have, as you can see, several choirs singing this afternoon. Some of them have gotten to hear each other during the clinics and gotten to sing together on the mass choir pieces that we rehearsed this afternoon and will be singing for you at the end of the concert. It's just been a beautiful learning experience and a chance to really dig deep into what music making can really be and what choral singing can really be, even at these wonderful young ages. Leanne Starkey, our resident composer, graduated from Taylor University and received her master's in choral conducting from Butler University. And as a music educator, she has taught pre-K through 8th grade in Indianapolis schools and now works for the Indianapolis Children's Choir, who is one of my favorite children's choirs in the country. She serves as a conductor, their composer in residence with their program, a curriculum manager, and co-editor of the ICC Publishing House. They publish a great deal of great choral works for young singers. And she has over 20 years of experience composing and arranging music, specifically for children's voices is what she specializes in. And so we're just so grateful to have her here today and to get you to hear so much of her great work. This afternoon, you'll get to hear 3 choirs from the Heartland Youth Choir, one of which is just in the festival, as well as the Iowa City Youth Chorus, directed by Dr. Beth Brown, North Scott Elementary's School Choir, directed by Paul Skiles, the Ames Youth Choir, directed by Jody Frisbee Reese, Perry Middle School, directed by Jen Hillman, and, like I said, the HYC choirs that I have. Before each choir begins, Ms. Starkey will take the mic and kind of explain a little bit about the background of the pieces she composed that each choir is singing, including our final piece, Big and Little Things, which is a commission for this festival. So today is the world's premiere of that beautiful piece in its treble arrangement. So we're very, very excited for you to get to hear that. Heartland Youth Choir would love to give a huge thank you to Plymouth Church, this beautiful venue. We've been here for several years on this festival, and they just make it so easy, and it's a beautiful space to sing in. So a big thank you to Chris Goodson, the music director here, for working with us once again and just making this festival possible. And now I'll turn over the mic to Ms. Starkey to introduce Shantae.
It has been such a pleasure to be here this weekend. HYC and Mary have been wonderful hosts, and your singers are just fantastic. It was so nice to get to meet them today and work with them, and they've worked so hard. So I know you're in for a real treat this afternoon. The first choir up today is Shantae from the Heartland Youth Choir. They are an intermediate level choir that focuses on 2- and 3-part treble singing, and they're under the direction, of course, of artistic director Mary Bartimes, who's a graduate of Drake University, and she's also recently completed her Master's of Music Education at University of St. Thomas. She has nearly a decade of teaching experience in private and public schools from grades K through 12. The piece that they're going to sing of mine today is called Annabelle Lee, and it is a little bit special because it's the first song I think I wrote for children's choir. I was drawn to the rhythm and the beauty of Edgar Allan Poe's tragic narrative poem. The story tells of a young couple whose love is so strong and so pure that even the angels in heaven grew envious. When Annabelle dies in a storm, the young man is left behind, but his devotion to her never fades. Rather than ending in despair, the piece closes with a quiet strength and an emotional beauty, as though the narrator has found peace in the enduring nature of love. This setting was crafted to offer the young singers an opportunity to explore storytelling through music that is both poetic and powerful.
In the
Next this afternoon, we have the Iowa City Youth Choir. Established in 1974, the Iowa City Youth Choir is an educational audition choral program for 4th to 8th grade students with treble or unchanged voices. They're under the direction of Dr. Beth Brown, who has been the artistic director of the Iowa City Youth Choir since 2010. She also teaches middle school general music in the ICCSD. The song of mine that they're performing today is All the Pretty Little Horses. Often the music that resonates most with us also carries a profound meaning, and this lullaby is no exception. What initially drew me to this folk lullaby was its unique tonality. The verses are set in a minor key, which doesn't happen too often in lullabies, and then the chorus shifts into a major key. Though widely considered just to be a folk lullaby, many believe its true origins trace back to the days of slavery. The text begins innocently enough with a caregiver soothing a baby and encouraging dreams of horses or what they could imagine. However, the second verse adds a layer of emotional depth. Way down yonder in the meadow lies a poor wee little lambie. Birds and butterflies flutter around its eyes, and the poor little lamb cries for its mammy. These lines suggest a more somber reality, perhaps an African-American mother singing to her owner's child while her own baby is left at home crying for her. This is reflected musically throughout, and I hope you enjoy this arrangement of All the Pretty Little Horses.
Thank you so much to Lance Starkey. We've really enjoyed singing your pieces. And thank you so much to the Heartland Youth Choir for having us, and to Miss B. Don't want to mess up your last name, Miss B. We really are having a great day and having so much fun with you today and all the choirs. We would just like to mention that there was one name that wasn't in the program. Mateo Webster is also one of our singers, And this next piece is called Jeru Panchad. It's a Balinese folk tune, so it's in Balinese. And what it means is it's a person speaking to a fisherman, telling them what a beautiful day it is, and that they want to go catch some fish and cast their net wide and get a whole bunch of wonderful fish from the river. Thank you. Our last piece today is a wonderful piece that actually had a world premiere last November at the AOSA Music Educators National Conference. It's composed by Elizabeth Komotsi. She's a composer out of St. Paul and a music educator. So we're thrilled to do her piece.
Smile.
Our next choir this afternoon is the North Scott Elementary Choir. The North Scott Elementary Chorus is an opportunity to provide all 4th, 5th, and 6th grade students with a district-wide elementary choral ensemble experience focused on outstanding vocal music performance. They're under the direction of Paul Skiles, who's been teaching music at North Scott for over 20 years, instructing at the elementary and secondary level.
Good afternoon. We are the North Scott Elementary Chorus, and we will be performing 3 selections. The first is Cecily and is taught by Matthew Doyle. The second is the first of 2 a cappella folk songs, John Telamula by Reese Noah. The final selection is Dance by Robert T. Gibson. Thank you, and please enjoy.
Next, we have the Ames Youth Choir. Celebrating its 30th season, it remains the mission of the Ames Youth Choir to promote musical excellence among the youth of Central Iowa and to bring the gift of music to local communities. The concert choir is comprised of treble voice singers ages 12 to 18. They're under the direction of Jody Frisbee Reese, who has been the director for over 20 years. She received her bachelor's degree in music education from Iowa State University and her master's degree from Boston University. The song they're singing today of mine is called Give Thanks. It's a joyful song inspired by Psalm 136 and Psalm 100. While many songs about gratitude are very slow or thoughtful, I wrote this one intentionally to be more upbeat, with a lively piano part to capture the joy of a thankful heart. Though I composed it for Thanksgiving, its message of thankfulness is perfect for any time of year. Next, we have the Perry Middle School Treble Clef Choir. They are made up of choir students with treble voices in grades 6 through 8, and they're under the direction of Jen Hillman. Jen is in her 19th year of teaching with 17 years in the Perry Community School District. She serves as the 6th through 12th grade vocal director, assistant high school drama director, and the high school musical director at Perry, where she teaches many, many ensembles. They're singing two of my pieces today. The first is called Double Double, Toil, and Trouble. This piece began as a creative challenge from a colleague who asked me to write a song for an upcoming Halloween-themed concert. I immediately started searching for a text that was spooky and fun and quickly landed on one of the most iconic passages from Shakespeare's Macbeth, the witch's chant that says the title phrase that you know probably already, double, double, toil, and trouble. It's spoken by the three witches as they gather around a bubbling cauldron and cast a spell with a chilling list of ingredients such as eye of newt, toe of frog, wool of bat, and tongue of dog. It's delightfully grotesque and full of flair. I leaned into the drama of the text when I was composing the music and crafted a piano part that had unusual chords and haunting interludes that heightens the suspense. The music builds in intensity as the witch's spell takes shape, and it ends in a triumphant climax that conjures up a vivid image of them circling the cauldron with wicked delight. The second piece they'll be doing this afternoon of mine is called Winkin', Blinkin', and Nod, and that is also based on a poem. This one is by Eugene Field, and it is more of a narrative poem where it tells a bit of a story. It's a lullaby that's wrapped in imagery, telling the tale of three children sailing in a wooden shoe among the stars, casting their nets into the sea of dew to fish for dreams. It's rich with layered meaning. On the surface, it's a fanciful bedtime story, but at its heart, it's also a gentle metaphor for the way children drift off into sleep. Winkin represents one eye, Blinkin the other, and Nod is the child's nodding head. In the wooden shoe is the bed. In setting the text to music, I wanted to preserve that magical drifting feeling, allowing the music to shimmer like moonlight on the water as you hear the rocking piano part rock back and forth like a lullaby. The voices and piano move fluidly together to give the calm of the night, the glimmer of the stars, and the quiet hush of sleep. Our final choir this afternoon is the Cantemus Choir of the Heartland Youth Choir. They are one of the premier ensembles of the Heartland Youth Choir and feature singers in grades 5 through 9. They are also under the direction of Artistic Director Mary Craven Martinez. They're singing two pieces of mine this afternoon. The first is Will of the Wisp. I wrote this in 2018 or so. Another Halloween piece. I'm often drawn to narrative poems, as you might have been able to tell throughout today. These are the poems that tell a story, rich with imagery and emotion. This piece is based on a vivid and haunting poem by Madison Cawine, a Kentucky-born poet. His poem conjures a chilling atmosphere, a dark, shadowy night where the narrator is pursued by a mysterious creature, possibly real, possibly imagined. In setting this to music, I wanted the piano to act almost like a character itself, building suspense with galloping rhythms and eerie motives as the creature and the narrator flee through the night. Then in a very different change of pace, the next piece that they're doing of mine is called Lift Your Eyes. On April 26, 2006, tragedy struck the campus of my alma mater, Taylor University. A semi-truck driver fell asleep at the wheel, collided with a university van carrying students and staff. 5 precious lives were lost that night: Brad, Laura, Laurel, Monica, and Betsy. Betsy lived just a few doors down from me in my dorm, so her loss hit especially close to my heart. In the days and weeks that followed, one passage of scripture kept resurfacing in their memorial services and moments of reflection, and that was Psalm 121. I lift my eyes to the hills. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. The verse became a source of strength and comfort, and eventually the inspiration for this song. The piece was written in honor of the memory of those who were lost, and also to offer hope for anyone walking through a season of sorrow or uncertainty. It's especially meaningful that it's being performed today, as today is the exact 19 years of the accident. This song is a tribute to those lives we lost and a reminder that even in the darkest moments, we are not alone. My hope is that it brings comfort and courage to all of you who hear it.
our last two pieces, and as the rest of the choirs get into their places, I wanted to take a moment to share many thank yous to the several people who have made this festival possible and made it work so incredibly smoothly all weekend. So first of all, a big thank you to my fellow office staff members at Heartland Youth Choir, Kelly Stormer and Bridget Porto, many of you who probably saw them at the ticket counter. They've been doing a lot of check-in, logistics, getting the food, all of that kind of stuff over the past 2 days. So a huge thank you to Kelly and Bridget. I also want to give a big thank you to my fellow HYC conductors, neither of whom conducted today, but they have been around helping and prepping a lot of the kids. So a big thank you to Madison Miller and Michael Gukin, our HYC conductors. Also a big thank you to our HYC accompanists, Marianne Hellenga and Alice Kim, both of whom you heard play so beautifully today. So thank you for always helping our students every week in their rehearsals and being at all of our concerts. Also a huge thank you to the many, many volunteers and our board who have put in a lot of extra hours in the last 2 days to make this event go, being ushers, setting up the room, they're gonna clean up the room, they have done so many things for me and just helped in all of this preparation. So a big thank you to our parents, our volunteers, and our board at Heartland Youth Choir. And then I also want to thank our fellow conductors who have prepped these kids so beautifully for the concerts today, with Iowa City, Miss Beth Brown, with North Scott, Paul Skiles, I can't see my notes now. There we go. With Ames, Jody Frisbee Reese, and with Perry Jen Hillman. You are just fantastic educators, and I'm so grateful to get to work in the same community as you. We also have festival singers from ADM, so a big thank you to Sandy Miller for prepping those students and bringing them today as well. Following the concert, we will dismiss singers back to their homerooms that they have all of their stuff in, so that they can pick up like water bottles and jackets and folders and all of those things. So just so you know which direction to head, because they're on a couple of different floors. Hold on, I have to grab my other. Up on the 3rd floor, which you can access close to the elevators, kind of near where you came in, Perry, Ames, Shantae, and North Scott, all of your stuff is up on the 3rd floor. Does that sound right? Okay, good. And then on the 2nd floor, kind of down in the middle hallway, like that way, will be Cantilena and the ADM singers, and then Contemus on the 2nd floor as well, over in the Greenwood room. Oh, and I forgot one, sorry. Iowa City Youth Chorus is also up on the 3rd floor. So that is where your kid needs to get their stuff, and that is what I will send them at the end of the concert. I think that is now all my things. So please enjoy these last 2 pieces, which Leanne Starkey will be conducting for us.
like I said, it has been such a pleasure to be here this weekend. And one of the other exciting things we're doing today is premiering a brand new piece commissioned by the Heartland Youth Choir, and that is called Big and Little Things. This is a piece built on a message that I hope all of these singers come to believe. The text is adapted from a poem by Alfred Miles and gives voice to a young person who may feel powerless to do the so-called big things in the world, fighting injustices, stopping storms from coming. But what they can do are small things, everyday acts of kindness that can make this world a better place. Wiping a tear from a baby's cheek, helping a sibling, simply offering a smile. The final line of the piece, which we added to the original poem, captures the heart of the message. For little things seem simple, but move this world along. And big things often start with small, like notes that build a song. This song reminds us that greatness doesn't have to be big, grand gestures. It can be measured in small, meaningful actions. Our singers don't have to wait to make a difference. They're already doing it.